Over my 35 years, I've often been asked what my favorite ride is. My standard answer is the next one. That the next thing we do is going to be better than the last thing we did. So even though we've created some really incredible experiences, we're always looking to how do we make the next one even better.
On July 10th, Parklaw unveiled breathtaking concept art for an epic universe concept expansion, Middle-earth. In this video, I'll be bringing his vision to life in Theme Park Tycoon 2. This project will span across many episodes, with each one exploring a different area of Middle-earth. Let's get started with the entrance to this land. So since this is the first episode, what we're going to be building is the portal to the land, and we're also just going to be building the decorations just outside of it. So we're going to be building this little area of the concept art. Alright, so the first thing I'm doing here is I'm just making a very basic little portal just because I want something to be able to reference like all the different size to, because I don't want to build this and then have everything like too big or too small. So I'm thinking the portal should be around this size. I think actually that looks pretty perfect. So now what I want to do is just make the floor leading up to the portal. So we have this little center point here and we're going to just build around this. Okay, so we'll place that there so it's dead in the center. Then we can grab this and we're just going to make it really stinking big. In the concept art, this middle circle is just slightly bigger than the portal. So I think around about this size should actually be really good. And we'll place that right there just like that. Perfect. Now what I just need to do is make the sort of gold outline that you can see in it. Now for this, it's going to be very difficult to do because I want it to be not too much above the ground. Okay. And now I just need to like play around with it so I can get it perfect. And like, I want this park to be the most detailed park I think I've ever built. So I'm just gonna add a little cylinder here as well. Like that looks, ooh, that looks really nice. And then this centerpiece is like it's like a light bluish concrete. And I think for the colors, that should be good for now. I definitely do think I will change this blue, but you know, we just want to get this sort of floor done. So now I'm just gonna copy this all the way around. Okay, so that took a second, but I finally got it perfect. Okay. Now I can copy this around all the way. So we just spam this. With that done, we can now make the next part of the floor. Holy days. I think I finally got it. So it like should just fit in perfectly. Yes. Oh my gosh. You do not believe how long that took. Same thing as the golden highlight part. I just got to copy this all the way around. There we go. That's looking beautiful. Now we got to just copy this gold one out as well and do that again pretty much. And now that we've got this one in, we can copy this all the way around as well. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is like the text around here and the leaf in the middle, which is going to take like, it's going to take so long. It's not even funny how long this is going to take. So what I'm going to do is quickly go into Photoshop. I'm going to make like a little image panel of this so I can kind of trace it in game so it doesn't look too bad. I think we'll see how that looks. So I'll be back with you in a couple seconds. Okay, so it's been a bit of time and I have gotten these made out, these image panels, so I can trace the text. And I'm not going to show this all on camera because it's it's going to be really boring. So instead, I'm just going to do a little bit to show you how I'm going to do it. And then I'm just going to go off and do it off screen, I guess. And then with that, I'm just going to move it. Pretty much, I'm going to just have this little bitty segment here. And then with that, I'm just going to move it, rotate it, move it, rotate it. I can adjust a little things like this, and pretty much that's just gonna be it. Like do that, do this, and then the rest of it, it's gonna take so dang long. But I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be back once I finished it and we can put it in place. And honestly, this is gonna look so cool. I'm so excited to do this. It has been like legit a couple hours. I'm not even kidding. It's not even funny. But I have now done each of the signs and they're looking pretty nice. I'm hoping they look really good. So before we can put them in place, there's one thing I need to do. And this is something I didn't realize until I was doing this. But this plot of land is very small and the actual map size doesn't like actually fit if I was to build it straight on like this. As you can see here, it's just not going to fit. So what I'm going to do is take this, I'm going to put it in the corner here, and I'm going to build it out diagonally. Like that's just going to be the best way I can do it. It still doesn't fully fit, but it should be fine because I can change some small little things up to make it work. Now that we've got that over there, I can start to put these letters in place. And I think the first one I want to do is the leaf. Okay, so we want it on this angle. We'll just place that one down for now. Okay, we got that one in. That's looking pretty good. Okay, I think I'm doing well. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, that looks actually so good. I can't believe I've just done that. Bro, this floor is taking longer than a Pixar Park episode at this point. It's honestly crazy. Okay, we've got that done. We can get the text in place now, which is going to be... There we go. The text is a lot easier just to get in place, obviously. Now we can just get the last one in place. Oh, this is looking sick. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what this means. Like, I know it's like, I think it's elvish. I know it's like a leaf. Fool of a took. Oh my gosh, we have done all of this just for this floor. It has paid off though. It looks amazing. One thing I do need to do though is extend this out a little bit. What I'm also gonna do while I do this little extra path is just make a little curb. Ooh, perfect. Yeah, what I'm really just doing here now is just making a basic little edge. I'm going to copy it all the way around and then delete it in the areas where I'm not going to need it, just because that's going to be saving me like so much time in the long run. Perfect. So we'll just be able to copy this all the way around. Before we do that, we do need to add that fence. Okay. I want this to feel very like elvish style. I want it to definitely be metal. I just thought, I know I was just saying like I don't want it to be too crazy, but I just thought of a really cool looking design. So I kind of have to do it now, don't I? So I'm just gonna have it come out like this. It's gonna curve all the way around. I think something as simple as that will look really nice. Okay, let's see if this works now. Oh, almost. Okay, it's too big. It works. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting too excited over this. Copy this all the way around, which I don't think I'm gonna have the money for. 14 a piece. Let's see how far I can get before I run out of money. This is probably gonna be the most realistic park I ever make. Potentially, who knows? Oh, okay, I got almost half of it done. That's all right, that's not bad. And we have done it, a perfect loop. This is crazy. I can't even lie. This is actually insane. I'm already back down 150 grand. Now what I want to do is quickly just make the different paths that are going to be coming out from everywhere and like every angle. So we're going to start with the one that's over here. We're just going to just about there, I think should work. And then we're just going to change this. Have one that comes out of there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with these paths is quickly just make these. I don't know if this is going to work. I've spent a little too much time doing this, so it better freaking work. It already just doesn't line up. Okay, I don't think at the moment this is going to work. Okay, so like I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm not going to show you this part, but this took me so long to build for the stupidest little part. I mean, like, it was pain. So yeah, but it looks great, so you know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have done the fence here. You do not believe how long this took. I've been sitting here for like 2 hours just doing this, only this. It looks amazing. And it's gonna look even better once I have like the trees around the outside and all the extra little details, and it's just gonna be mwah. Okay, now that we have done all the path over here, I quickly just gotta do the path that's gonna be here, because you know they need to be able to actually walk into the land through here. So let's get that started. Okay, actually, okay, since this is gonna lead into like the edge of the portal here, I want this to like lead into there. I'm gonna get the portal started, and then this way I'm gonna be able to finish the fences. And then the last thing we'll do is some decorations, like some nature and some trees. And it should be done for the entrance to the land. So let's start with this portal. Okay, let's do it. So before we get the portals done, I just want to place down an image panel just as reference. There we go. Now we got some reference art. For now, we're just going to get rid of these pieces here. Then going to grab a primitive, have it in the middle here just as like a center point, like a rotation point, I guess you'll call it. Right about there, I think should be good. In the middle here, we have like metal. Simple like that. Then we want to do the like this sort of gold frame thing. For this, we're going to want to use wedges because it has like some sort of a slight angle to it. Now, I want this thing to be mega detailed. So we're going to try and do as much as we can with the details. So like that, and the color that these are usually golden. So we'll make it golden. We will grab this, spin it around and copy it to the other side. Now, I want to change the texture of this. Pavement could work because this is Middle Earth. It's not as metally as like the other ones. So I think we will give that a try. It just has a nice texture to it. Pretty much what we want to do is as much of these little details as we can because we don't want to have to like do these later. We're then going to grab these triangle things and we're going to put them back here. We're going to change the color of these and just make them darker, thinner and smaller. Something else that would look cool, I guess, and look like a epic universe portal thing would be like poles, pillar things. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go if you can't tell. Move this back a whole bunch. And then we're going to try and get some of that like typical epic universe like turquoise metally green into it just because, you know, it looks nice. We're going to copy these poles over to the outside here like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like doing stuff hoping it looks good. I don't even know if this is going to look good or if it's going to work. Let's give it a little test run. Let's see how this is going to feel. Definitely have a decent little design already. All right. We have gotten this little piece. Let's see if it works now. Oh my gosh. That means we can now get rid of this and we can just make the whole dang portal. Might as well, you know. This is about to be so stinking satisfying beyond belief. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. I actually can't believe that. Okay. Now there's one more thing I need to do, which is like these little fire things. I don't even know. I can't lie. This is a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought this part was going to take forever to make, but no, it's going. I think another cool effect we can do is if we grab one of these like little, and then I think I want to make these just gray metal. Let's have a look at how this looks. I do not like it. I do not like it. I think I made it too dark. I think that looks pretty dang good. Okay, nice. So that's just the main portal done now. Now I want to build this little emblem up here, and I have a pretty good idea of what I want to make it. So let's get started with that. Now obviously I'm gonna make it the one ring to rule all rings. It's the only thing that really makes sense to put here. Looks very nice. Looks very nice. Now we just need to make the one ring. Actually, it's not going to be a bit of a challenge because I've already just like done it. So it's going to be simple like that. Then we're going to paint it gold. There's a lot of gold is the only issue. It's going to be hard to make it really pop. So I think what I'm going to do is instead of using gold here, I'm just going to use that green again. Use it like that. Or even I think more dark gray just around it will help make it pop even better. Now we just got to quickly finish off this ring and make it, you know, the whole ring. This looks really perfect and smooth. If this was in like real life, I would want to have the ring spinning around a little bit. So, oh, just having it like that, kind of sick. I can't even lie. That looks pretty dang nice. Now that we've got that done, we just need to get some basic little designs for the inside of the portal. The portal's meant to have like things to do with the shows and stuff, or like the movie, but I honestly don't know what I could add that's like that I feel like would fit well. Like, yeah, I could add some stuff, but like I think I've done the best that I could do. Basic little designs on the insides. Now what I want to do is each portal in real life, when you go in, they have like these big like LED signs. So I'm gonna do something along those lines. I don't know what color I should do for Lord of the Rings. We can try sand. Sand looks like it'll work nicely. And then I think what we could do just to elevate this is potentially use like some of these neon lights. I think what I want to do is change the color to red. And that is for one very specific reason, is that on top of this portal, we're going to have the Eye of Sauron. Okay, another thing I want to try actually. Don't know if this is going to work well, but I feel like if I can get hedges and make them really big, stick them into the wall a little bit like that, it might just be able to add a bit of texture that we are really missing here. Oh, wait, that works. Oh, that looks so cool. What? What I need to do now is just fill in the top of this. It doesn't need to be anything like serious because I'm gonna add something to the top, of course, because each Epic Universe portal has these pillars. There we go. I think what I want to do now is build the Eye of Sauron, the Barad-dùr. Yeah, so the Eye of Sauron or Barad-dùr, it's very iconic. And what I love about the concept art is that Barad-dùr is actually not included in the land anywhere. That's a good thing because that means I can use it as a portal here, which means I won't have like one here and then like one over there later on. So it ends up working out really nicely. Now this is going to be a very difficult build, but if I pull it off, it's gonna be freaking awesome. So let's just get straight into make it nice and big around about that size. I think will work for now. Whole bunch of little details, and then we're gonna try and use some forced perspective to make it look bigger than it is. That's the whole idea here. We're gonna see if I can get this forced perspective working really well, because if I can, that would actually be like insanely good. The way I'm going to try and get that forced perspective to work is by using these sort of like little ramps, because I'm trying to make it look as though it's slowly getting further away, but in reality it's slowly just getting smaller. So already you can see it's kind of working. Now that we've got the little pillar thing done, I'm just going to build this up and see how this looks. And each time I build one of these, I want it to get smaller and taller. Oh, and one thing I need to do for this to work is I need to make this just all a base sort of texture, because if it's pavement, you can still see the pavement's the same size, even though it's meant to try and look smaller. Okay, so now all we need to do is just a couple more of these little pillars. Forced perspective is working pretty well as well, which is awesome. And now that we've got the basic pillar, I'm going to do some extra details on the pillar, and then we can get started on the actual eye itself. And then halfway up the tower, there is like this little middle part here. And this part actually gets darker than the middle there. And it's got like a whole bunch of little spikes sticking out of it. So let's do that. These spikes actually look like they're made of metal. So we're going to quickly make that out of metal. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. I'm surprised. Now I'm trying to see if there's any other little details I could do. For example, one of them is just like there's like a bunch of like mini little towers connected onto the base here, so I can do that very simply. You just copy and paste in some of these. Oh, that looks pretty dang clean if you ask me. I mean, like let's be real. Now also for these bottom ones, I feel like we could get away with just using pavement. There we go. That looks pretty dang nice. I'm now considering if I should go for... Oh my gosh, that's looking so good. Okay, I'm actually really happy with that. Time to build eye itself. Probably going to be the most difficult part because it's such a weird shape. But we're still going to try. Let's put this into place and see if it looks any good. It doesn't, for the exact reason I was expecting, because it's just like very... Like, does that look good? Actually, now it's going to be the difficult part, and that's going to be making the actual eye itself, because that's like... It's made of fire, and fire is pretty hard to do. Wait, is that the right height? Okay, it's too high up. Okay. Now there's new glass primitives, and I think those will be perfect for this. So let's go find those really quickly. It is like an oval shape. Okay. Start with his actual eye. So we'll want something like a very deep orange, almost red. Oh, okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay, that looks sick. Oh my gosh. Now what I want to do is build... Well, really the last thing I need to do in this episode is like just the scenery around the area, you know? We just want to make it look nice and lush. Something like that might look nice. Oh, that's nice. And let's put some of these flowers down. And then they also got the new grass, which is incredible. So for the ground here, we're just going to do a combination of some flowers, some bushes, and then a couple trees. So it's at this point in time where I just decided to go ahead and do this all off camera, because no one really wants to see me spamming bushes, trees, and flowers anywhere. But I will say it ended up really looking quite nice. I added some slight mountains to the background as well. It's nothing crazy. It's just to sort of block the surrounding area and kind of make this whole area very immersive almost. So it's looking pretty good. And with all of this done, there's one more thing we need to do. Okay, so I forgot to do this earlier in the video. So this has been recorded after the outro, but I'm just gonna place it before the outro, just so, yeah, One of the most important things about Epic Universe is that each portal has its own saying on the portal. Like, how could I forget that? Like, what a rookie. And I think if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, there's like one really obvious like saying that's gonna be put here. Like, let's be real. That saying, of course, is going to be, "You shall not pass!" I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be that. It's actually gonna be,
"We do not stop till nightfall."
What about breakfast?
We've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
no, it's it's not gonna be that either. Okay, the saying I'm gonna be doing, of course, is the one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them, and in the darkness bind them. Well, I think I said that wrong, but yeah, that's, I mean, of course, that's gonna be the one I'm gonna be doing. So let's quickly put an image panel down, and then I'll jump into some Photoshop, and we can get that made. Alrighty, okay, it's been like 10 minutes. It should be in by now, so let's check it out, see if it looks in. Oh, it's there. It's almost perfect. But yeah, I'll fix up this text. We got the text in now. Lovely. Perfect. But other than that, I'm going to go back to the outro. So, yeah. Well, with all of that done, that means we have finished this first little part of the land. Honestly, I think this looks really nice. I am so happy with how it turned out. It feels like something that I feel like you could find in Epic Universe. It feels realistic. It just looks amazing. And of course, in the next episode, we're going to go into the land here a bit more, and we're going to build the first little area, which of course is going to be the Shire, which is going to be so much fun to build. That's going to be so iconic. But with all of that said, this video has now concluded. Just a bit of info as well. Still getting my setup, you know, all perfect and whatnot. So there's a couple little things you may notice, like the audio quality changing a lot more, and little things like that. One thing I did was with OBS, I didn't have the right bitrate, so some of the shots may be a bit blurry, but you know, it should be fixed by my next video, which of course is going to be Pixar Park. A lot of you think I'm like ending that series. No, I'm just doing multiple things at once because, you know, I want to. Plus, Pixar Park only has like maybe 10 more episodes left in it to go. I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time with it, make it nice and cool, make it nice and fun. Because, you know, it's the series that made this channel. So, yeah, I want to keep it alive for a little bit longer. With that said, if you enjoyed this video and want to see progress on this land, make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave some comments of any ideas you want me to add, and of course I can add them. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.